Alrighty, test go. Yeah, welcome to the workshop. It's full again, doing cannonballs and stuff. But this is about the 15mm Germans. This is my big ass laser cutting table, or laser engraver, small amount of cutting. So I just cut these. When I do the Germans at 15mm, I thought, well, I kind of want them individual, like so I can play bolt action with them with at individual level. So from 28mm down to 15mm. So I cut these out, a bunch of these, and then also I cut bigger ones so I can put them all together on a stand, so they can move as a unit without moving bunches of little guys one at a time. So that was my idea there. So that's those done. Okay, and then the Germans, 15mm, I get printed off here. It's just a mess. Everything just explodes everywhere, and I never got enough room. But that's an NEQV resin, so I can print these guys off quite a few at a time. So I'm gonna do probably about 40 infantry, somewhere close to that, I think, and a couple of half tracks to begin with, plus mortars and heavy machine guns, the stuff that came with the model kit. I found them on Myminifactory, so I'll probably put a picture of those superimposed over this. So they've been printed, they're drying, they've got a basic black undercoat on them, which I'm then gonna hopefully spray from the top in a grey, which should show me, especially 15mm, they're small and there's not too much detail on 15mm, at least not the ones I've seen. So, alright, that's this. They're printed, they're ready to go. So, these guys, basically just giving them a black base over the resin. It's not 100% opaque, it's a little transparent, and I used, because I'm going to be doing the paint alchemy, is just a cheap acrylic paint. I've got a ton of them. I'll show you a picture of those later. Because I get sick of buying the expensive ones, and acrylic paint is acrylic paint. Yes, I know that's not quite true, but it can be. So, anyway. So what I'm going to try and do here, this is all very exciting off camera. You just have to trust me on that. Is I'm going to get my air gun going, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust these from above, and I think I'll use this one is army painter, but it's for the air gun. I'm going to use uniform grey. I'm not going to thin it, I'm just going to see what it's like straight in the gun. Now again, I'm not great with air guns, so if I screw it up, it's all on me. What I did do is I put these on it's single-sided masking tape, which I looped, so that they shouldn't blow around. So, okay. So let's try. And they're not flying away. A little bit from the front. I think I might do. This guy's on the end. Come on. A little bit from the back, just because. So, let's see how that works. While I'm here, let's finish off this. Since I got paint in the gun, let me do these guys without blowing them too far away. Alrighty, that's that part of it done. Right, let's pause it there and cut to what they look like. Alrighty, so we got everything running. The laser's running, the printer's running, the furniture's kicked on. So, these are pretty much dry. So if we take a look. So, you know, they shade quite well. They're 15mm. Now, my thing with 15mm is to make them table ready, so I know what they're looking at them, but I'm never going to get more than about, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 foot away, usually, you know, or further. So, anyway, the next step I'm going to do with these, I've mixed up some black with this stuff, Pro Acryl, medium, and some water, and got it to a consistency. What I want to do is ink them again to bring back some of the things that we lost by spraying, because I think I sprayed them a bit more than I'd like, but this will go quick, so I just, oh, come on off your jump. And again, I don't know how well this camera's going to work with that, but just slap it on all over, and that Pro Acryl stuff lets it run quite nicely, and then that will then pick out the details again that may have got covered over by spraying them. So, and then you can also, like your highlights, you can also pull those back off. This isn't the final result of everything, but anyway, I'm going to crack on with these. Now, this is all sort of stuff. I think what my next step may be is that I'm going to paint the details that are other colours, like the faces, the guns, things like that. And then I may just put, after I've looked at them, I'm going to highlight the helmets a little to bring those out. And then maybe put a wash of green, like a dark green wash, just to make it that grey-green colour that the Germans have. Because they can never make their minds up whether they're green or they're grey. So, anyway, I'm going to crack on with this, and we'll take a look next time at the next step. Alright, so and then a quick catch up after that. All I've done is I've filled in the block colours. So, for example, the flesh, and I've blacked where the rifles and the webbings are. And honestly, I haven't been too careful about it. These are 15mm. They're going to be on the table as far away as you're going to be from them most of the time. Really, all you want to see is an idea of what they are, what they're doing. You're not going to win a gold demon with these. Well, at least I'm not. But, I mean, they're coming along quite well. The only other thing I did, so fill in the blocks. I did black, I did flesh color for the hands, faces, webbing, rifles, machine guns, all that good stuff. And then I took the uniform gray on a brush and I dry brushed just over the top of their helmets to make the top of their helmets pop. And that's where we're at. Next stage really is just to base them. That should make them stand out a little bit more because everything's grey when you're looking down on them. So, once their bases are done, that should make them pop even more. So I'm going to jog on with that. Alrighty, so that's the finished product. I did them base. I based them all. I just did basically green with some black just to knock it down and make it a drab. I like green bases, it just makes them pop a little. Let's see, I don't know how well this camera's gonna, but they're very basic. The camera's not gonna focus, let's see. So if we zoom in, I don't know how well this camera's gonna take to all this, but there we go. They're Germans. I didn't get massively historical about it. They look like the Germans off of the movies. And, otherwise you start going into which year, which regiment, what kind of webbing have they got. This is 15mm. We're not looking to win any awards. Let's turn him so you can reach. Do as you're told. Anyway, not going to win awards with them, but they look good. They look good on the table. So yeah, I mean they're 15mm. There's my finger. Probably never going to get any nearer than that to them. In fact, we're getting that close to them. I don't know. So this is to get the. That's what they look like on the table when you're looking at them from a normal distance. So. I don't know, take from this what you will. I like 15mm has suddenly become my favorite scale because I can paint them rather quickly. I don't. Oh, obviously I want to keep some kind of standard, but the actual standard of the models isn't like 28mm. So, you'd be painting yourself to death for decreasing return if you really want to paint them up like 28mm. The model is going to work against you and not for you. So that's my Germans done. I'm working on some tanks right now, printing those off. So the German side will be ready for the grimdark future, retrospected back to World War II. I've been looking at the rules for that. The only downfall I see, it's a trade-off. So the rules are quick, it will roll really fast. But its ability to differentiate between units may be a little hard. They may just, meld together a little too easy. I can see that they've got a toughness. The downside of that then is, I'm going to have to start chipping away at tanks instead of hit, kill, But we'll see. I mean, that's why we play these games, and it's a trade-off. I want quick and easy to play. So that's part of what that is. So anyway, thanks for watching this, and I will update you. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I'm either going to do the Russians, or I might do the Americans, I might do the Brits. I don't know. The good thing about the Germans is everybody fights them, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for watching.